Okay, you guys, I'm back one more time because I just couldn't stay away, right? Now, listen, I got to talk about this. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, family. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Mental House with me, your host, Khadija. Oh my God. Okay, I've got to discuss this with you guys, and it's not real funny, but it's just insane. Um, and it's just something that happened over the weekend. I was talking with my niece who works in one of the emergency rooms here. And this is really shout out to some of you little young girls who are trying to experience sex for the first time. You young and you think you're ready, but you're not. And you end up in a uncompromised situation like the little young lady I'm about to tell you about. This young lady was having sex and she was very young. I'll just suffice it to say she was a teenager and she was having sex with her boyfriend. Now, I don't know if he was a minor, okay, or not. However, she ended up in the emergency room bleeding like a gutted fish, and she wouldn't stop bleeding out of her vagina. There was buckets and buckets and buckets of blood, and every time they would change another sheet, she would just soak it up, and it was like she was just hemorrhaging. She lost an extreme amount of blood, and that was one of the reasons why she had to stay, because she was going to have a transfusion. All this from having sex, and the guy busted her cervix. Okay, so it's a lot to be said for y'all taking penises and stuff too big, um, thinking that you want to have and do all the stuff that you see in the magazines and on the books, and um, trying to fulfill somebody's freaky fantasies. You gonna mess around and get your cervix busted open and find yourself in one of these hospitals bleeding profusely out of your vagina and begging the hospital staff not to call your parents and tell your parents that you are sleeping with somebody that bust your behind open. Okay? So y'all need to slow your roll. Slow your roll. And I mean that. Your mama never told you, you can't say your auntie ain't never told you. And that's just it. With that being said, you like what you hear? Please like, subscribe, share. See you in the mental house. Bye bye.